Today, we are looking at some keyboard sounds for this song because we've been working on our track here for Songtember called Please Take Me Home, Grown Ass Man. You tell me. I don't know. We still haven't quite named it there, but we are continuing to work on this and adapt it. I think we're pretty close with the arrangement. We've got some tweaking to do on some guitars. We've got some tweaking to do on some vocals. And today I want to experiment. I want to have some fun because I do like the keys. We've got the MIDI keyboard out here and we're ready to rock and roll with that. And we'll dive into that in just a moment. But if you're brand new to this channel or to Songtember, what is it all about? It's our Song in a Month challenge. It's really super simple. In the month of September, what we ask you to do is create, record, and release. And when we say release, you don't have to release it using DistroKid. You can, but release, get rid of, just finish. Because how many of us, hands up, who has a whole bunch of half-finished, three-quarter finished, 7/8 finished songs, 99% finished songs that you just don't hit the button on and go, right, it's done. That's what this is all about. So jump on over there to Songtember web page, which is at studiolivetoday.com/Songtember. You can check out the video playlist and check out all the videos. You can submit your song once it's done for our Your Music Live show at the end of the month. And there's the Facebook group, the Discord, and all of the other places that you can be involved and get interactive in Songtember 2022. But for now, without any further ado, let's jump on in here. And what are we doing today? Well, it's all going to be about the keys. If you're not familiar with this track, let's take a quick run through. In the last episode, in the Creator Town Hall, I had Jade Starr on the show because she created these drums. These are kind of the first draft drums. Jade is busy sculpting and molding those drums to perfection at the moment, so we'll get a new version of those. We have our bass guitar here, which is played just on a acoustic guitar. Maybe we'll rectify that today. We also have some acoustic guitar here. We've got three rhythm guitars, in fact. Let's move these so that they're in the right spot. So we've got three rhythm guitars, one in the center, one on the left and the right. And then we've got a lead guitar here, a low down lead. We do have a high lead. This didn't quite work. We'll explore that when we get to the mixing phase. I'm leaving it there for now in case I want to re-explore it. Our electric guitar simply didn't work, so that's actually leaving. Goodbye. We're deleting that. We've got our dummy track that we use when we're recording our vocals. And speaking of vocals, we have our lead vocal, backing vocals through here. And probably my favorite part of this whole track is this little banjo loop that we found over on BandLab. It just works. It just works beautifully in this second verse and now in the final chorus. It sounds like this. Never had to see the light. It just adds that little bit of bluegrass kind of flair to the track, which I think is cool. So that's where we're at today. What we're going to try and play around with is I'm thinking some organ, I'm thinking some upright bass, I may even be thinking some strings for this track. So that's what we're going to play around with. We are recording this live on Patreon. So if you are a patron of the channel, you get the opportunity to watch shows like this live. If you're watching on the replay, that's cool too. That's on the main channel there. But I have invited my wonderful supporters over on Patreon. And if you want to become one of them for as little as $1 per month, you can do so at studiolivetoday.com/Patreon. That's enough of the intro. Let's crack on and get cracking with this. So upright bass is something that we added in here originally, and we played around with this just on the touch screen, and we thought something like that might work, because that's what we played originally here with our acoustic guitar. If we go back to our acoustic guitar bass and we just unsolo that one, it was doing this sort of thing. But I'm thinking that we need something simpler. Like, I like having that little low down part. It'll end up not really being a bass, but kind of just being an acoustic guitar doing some little low lead work. But with the upright bass, I'm thinking more just like a hang on, we've got to go into the bass to hear it, don't we? Just to complement it. And maybe even, no, it definitely needs to be down here. Let's give this a crack, shall we? Now, the problem you have here in GarageBand is when you're recording a virtual instrument like this, you cannot be in track view. I wish it would change that, because if you're using a MIDI keyboard, as you can see here, I can play the keyboard here. I don't need to see the beautiful display of our upright bass, but because of the way this works, I have to. But the good news is, even though we're using the actual instrument, in fact, let's just delete this because we definitely don't want to keep that. I'll show you how we add this in from scratch. We hit the plus button here, and then we scroll on over to our basses. Here is our bass. I was almost going to go strings because it's kind of strings. We go to more sounds, and your first page of basses, you might even not notice it's there. There's the 8 basses that you have there, your 4 acoustic, your 4 electronic. But if you scroll to the right, hidden over here is this upright bass, which actually has a pretty darn cool sound. And we can use this mode here, or you can use the notes mode. And you can do some cool things like some slides. So you can use it like a fretless bass if you wanted to do it that way. What we're going to do is we're going to use this with the MIDI keyboard, because you get more precision, more control, and you have the ability to actually use the velocity sensitivity of your keyboard if you're doing it this way. So let's crack in here and have a crack. Doing a lot of cracking today. Maybe I'm hungry. I'm going to go have some eggs after the show. So let's. What we'll need to do is I'm going to turn this click track back on, but what I'm going to do is just duplicate. Actually, I'm not going to turn it all back on. I'm just going to duplicate this out because we've got Jay's new drums there, but we need just this little lead-in bar because that'll help us time our first hit on this bass. So I'm just going to drag this down. Tap, tap, hold, drag, plonk it there, and that way we can use this. So that way it'll give us this. It'll give us a nice little lead in that we need there for our track. So let's record in some upright bass, shall we? And we'll go to the start of the track. We will load it up like so, and we will hit the record button. Let's do this.
Never one for going hard. Never had a fear of missing out. Never happy in a crowd. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home.
All right, we'll hit the stop button there because I realized that I haven't actually worked out a part for that chorus, and we need to do that. So let's come in here. The beauty of virtual instruments is that we can just come in here and go, no, we didn't like it from there. So we can go and we can cut back in from the spot we need to, which is going to be there at our chorus. Let's just listen to that back.
And I know I'm not the only one. I'm a grown.
All right. So that's that. I'm a grown. All right, so that's where we need to. Now I'm hearing the kick drum, the bass drum there that Jade Star put in. So I'm thinking we need something to complement that because her bass drum does a. Maybe we do the octave. Yeah, I think something simple like the octave there might work. Let's give it a try, shall we?
Only one. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me home.
All right, I missed it on that second one. But again, because we can do it bit by bit, layer upon layer, we can redo that. So let's just listen to it back.
I've done all that.
Do. So I missed it on that second one. Do. So this is going to be. See, again, you can't play it while you're looking at it. You need to. All right, let's try that again.
I've done all that I can. Please take me home. Never had to see the light. Never had an urge for starting fights. Kinda happy on my own. And I know I'm surely not alone, 'cause I just don't have a plan. Please take me
So, yeah, maybe. I'm not convinced on that bit. In fact, I'm going to redo that one again because the.
All that I can, please take me home.
Okay, that sounds alright, yeah.
Never had to see the light.
Boom, 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 boom.
Never had an urge for starting fights. Kinda happy on my own. And I know I'm surely not alone, 'cause I just don't.
Alright, let's do it again from there because I reckon I stuffed it up from that part. So, the original version, do we need to vary it? We probably do because the original one was. Maybe we do that this time. We go down. Yeah, let's do that for some variety in the second one. Okay, ready?
Not alone, 'cause I just don't have a plan. Please take me home. I've had all I can stand. Please take me. So I'll quietly creep up the back stairs and you won't hear a sound. You'll awake and wonder what the time is. It's only 10 p.m. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home.
Alright, so I experimented with some stuff there, but not convinced on it. But again, we could experiment and we could edit because we are here in the virtual world. Let's just turn up that bass so we can hear it a little better in the mix here.
Don't have a plan. Please take me home. I've had all I can stand. Please take me.
Alright, so we need to do it from the bridge there. We need to work out what bass part we're going to be playing in the bridge. So I think that's where our bridge kicks in here with that part. Maybe the bass stops there. Maybe it just comes back in here. Yeah, then it's like, yeah, okay. I think that's what we need to do. Then it'll just come in with a ding, 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 ding. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, quietly. All right, let's give it a crack.
So I'll quietly creep up the back stairs and you won't hear a sound. You'll awake and wonder what the time is. It's only 10 p.m. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home.
All right. Okay, we can do the final chorus here in just a sec. What I'm realizing though, and you're probably hearing it there, we've got a little bit of overload here. Everything is up too loud. Now, we will fix that properly by adjusting our volumes, but the quick way to do this, and you've seen me do this a bunch of times if you've been around here before, record in some FX just for fun, and then we can delete out that FX, but we can use this as a volume control, as a makeshift volume knob. So we can just turn down about 5 dB, just because it's going to sound bad on the demo here, because everything's going to be way too loud. So let's find where we come into this final chorus down here. All right, I'm a grown, so I think that's right there, isn't it? Yep. So, and we need to use the bing, doo doo ding, ding ding ding. So we'll go like back to a bit of something like this. All right, because we've got a lot of other stuff going on, we'll go back to that first simpler version of this. So let's hit record.
I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. Now that all I can stand, please take me home.
And there you go. We've got ourselves a little bit of an idea here. So it seems to be coming together. Let's shift gears, shall we, and play around with some organ and maybe even some piano. So let's just see what parts come into my head. This is all part of the fun experimentation of trying to work out an arrangement. And here's the thing. What I recommend, what I suggest, and what I do is add in everything and then take out what you don't like. So I may not want that bass at all. I may not want it for all of it. I may want to only have parts and chunks of it. But put everything in there because it's harder to add stuff in later. It's very much easier to remove stuff. You don't want to overload things, but it's a heck of a lot easier to remove things than it is to add them. Yeah, thank you to Thomas Christ. So it seems to be working. Or is that the stream? We've had a few issues. We've had some folks. I think Leela was having issues with the stream there. Let's move over to our organ, and we'll see if we've got some ideas. And again, to our patrons here, if you do have ideas for this track, do let me know. If you want to try some things, do we do some strings? Do we add a violin? Do we use some piano? We'll see how we go. All right, let's come into our organ here, and let's just. So we're in. So we're in E major, or E major 7 actually. Thomas says, yeah, there were some issues with the chat, but the bass worked great. Yeah, sometimes I don't know whether you're talking about the quality of the stream or the quality of the playing. Either way is good. So the rock organ is a little bit harsh there, so we probably just need to turn this distortion down. Don't forget, you've got all the control in the world you can have here. Let's turn the distortion. Yeah, I reckon we have no distortion on this. Do we need the chorus? I don't think we need the chorus. And remember, we've got that percussive sound. You can either turn that off and get a really clean tone, or you can have the third. That one sounds kind of good, actually. Let's go with the third percussion. All right, we can adjust this as we go. The other thing I discovered just before, by the way, if you are using a MIDI keyboard, I'm using the KeyStation 49 Mark III, which is my favorite budget MIDI keyboard. It's about $100. It has 49 touch-sensitive keys. It plugs in via USB, and it just works. Has the ability to add a sustain pedal. So I've got a sustain pedal in here. If you are buying a sustain pedal for your keyboard, buy one that has a polarity switch between PS10 and PS15. Otherwise, if your keyboard works in a certain way, it'll reverse itself. And you don't want to do that. So some keyboards have the down as the up and the up as the down. And if you buy the wrong pedal that doesn't have a polarity switch and your keyboard doesn't have the right kind of wiring, yeah, it's going to be tough because every time you're going to have to hold your pedal down except when you want sustain, and then you're going to have to lift it up. No one wants that. And pedals are super cheap, like $20, $15. You can buy them everywhere. So throw my distortion pedal and that distortion pedal. You can tell I'm a guitarist. My sustain pedal on the floor. The thing here with using an organ is that your sustain pedal, it actually changes the rotation of the Leslie cabinet here on your organ. Yeah, so if you hold down your sustain pedal, you can see it'll start rotating quicker, and then as I release the sustain pedal, it goes to a slower rotation. Pretty cool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit record, I'm going to play through, I'm going to experiment with some keyboard ideas and see if any of these actually work and they're going to stick in the final mix. So we'll just come here to the start of the track, hit the record button, and have a little play.
Never one for going hard. Never
Love that kick, little, what is it? Tom drum.
Outside, the creep bubbles upstairs, and you won't hear a sound. You awake and wonder what the time is. It's only 10 p.m. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. Now that all I can stand, please take me home. 'Cause I just don't have a plan. Please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me.
Right. So there were parts in there. It didn't work. What I originally thought this organ would do is not what it's doing. I really think that it needs to do, when these banjos are in here at the end, I think the organ needs to do some up high stuff like I was playing around with there. So if we just bring the banjo in here, I wasn't getting it quite right, but I think that's where it needs to do. Like that. Like, I think that's where it needs some complementary stuff. There were some other bits in here that I didn't mind. So if we come back here, I don't think we need any sort of towards the start here. It sounds a bit too like circus music there. So I don't think we need any of it up the front there.
Never one for going hard.
Or there.
Never had a fear of missing out. Never happy in a crowd. And I know
Maybe for the
I'm
second
not
verse, but not in the
only
first one. Maybe it comes in here.
I'm a grown-ass man. Please take.
I think here, instead of it doing anything like this, I think for this first chorus, we need something completely different. We need more like a complementary high note there as more of a pad. So let's just play it again. Oh, see, this is why it sucks here that you can't have the track view. Like,
Grown-ass man, please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me home. Never had to see the light.
all right, we need to simplify it. Okay, I think I've got it in my head now, the little part that we need to play. Like, it's just got to be in the chorus section there. I'm just going to remove all of that. So when it's the grown-ass man, we just need to...
Please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me home. Never had to see the light. Never had an urge for starting fights.
Yeah, so simple, dude. Remember, when you've got all of this music going already, you don't need a lot. Like, I don't need to be playing full chords. I can play literally single notes on this organ, and it's probably going to work for me. So let's come back again and see if we can find that part.
And I know I'm not the only one. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me home. Never had to see the light. Never had an urge for starting fights. Kinda happy on my own. And I know I'm surely not alone. 'Cause I just don't have a plan. Please take me home. I've had all I can stand. Please take me.
All All right, and then we don't need definitely don't need any organ between that bit. And again, these are standing out a little bit too much because we can sculpt the sound a bit and use it slightly differently. But just playing those one or two notes throughout, I think is gonna just sweeten it up on that top end a little bit.
All I can stand, please take me.
We'll just remove that bit. We've got some comments here from the folks which we need to check in on. Mike Bro says, sounds sweet. In the verse, what if you played a little motif at the end of the first line and then answered to motif with another at the end of the second line? Yeah, see, that's the sort of thing. Maybe we play with that on the piano. Like I don't know. I like the idea. So the thing is, so the first verse, which is here. So there's that little gap in between.
And I know I'm not the only one. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me home. Never had to see the light. Never had an urge for starting fights. Kinda happy on my own. And I know I'm surely not alone, 'cause I just don't.
All right, yeah, there's a note there that's not right, so we'll fix that now, just because it'll annoy me otherwise. So it's this one here.
Just don't have a plan. Please take me.
We'll just put that there. So
Have a plan. Please take me home.
I kind of like the as the thing. All right, we'll go with that for now. Now, did we need anything? Did we do it right to the end? I think we did, didn't we?
Take home.
Oh, that's right.
I just don't have a plan. Please take me home.
All right.
So I quietly creep up the back stairs.
So nothing in this section.
Hear a sound. You awake and wonder what the time is. It's only 10 p.m.
Maybe we just need one single rising note there. When it goes 10 p.m. and we can just increase the Leslie cabinet speed as it goes here. Let's find the note. Now let's just go a single note. Let's just see if this works. Just a big hard rising note.
You awake and wonder what the time is. It's only 10 p.m. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home.
All right. Yep. So I like that rising note, and then we need to do a little, I think a little ditty in there. Did it actually record that note? What the heck? Oh, MIDI's weird sometimes. Oh, there it is. See, here's the problem. Trap for young players. Let's undo that. Actually, firstly, trap for young players. Let's save. There we go. Otherwise, we lose all of what we just did. So, because I hit that note just before the recording actually started here, it doesn't show up. But if you just grab that handle, remember from the last episode we did, it records all the way back anyway. So if you ever find, where's my note? It's usually that you've just started a smidge too early and just pulling back. And remember, MIDI's just empty, so you don't have to worry. If you pull it back further, you're not going to get extra noise or anything. So now we're going to have this single organ note in there. And there's that speeding up Leslie cabinet. And then it's just going to cut. I think this, we're going to, what I need to do is I'll grab my octave key here and we'll go up an octave so that we can actually play some nice little high bits in the top here. So. This is when my scales, when my piano teacher said, Peter, you haven't done your theory. Yeah, I haven't. And that's where, my E major scale, I'm going to hit some wrong notes in here trying to play some little bits here. So I wish me luck. All right. We definitely need to have that big organ hit at the end. So let's just try this one again. Oh, nearly got it. I know what's in my head. One more time. Let's simplify. Not quite what I want, but the ideas are there. And here's the thing, like when you're doing an idea session like this, it's just about getting those ideas down and then working. Like I said, not all of this is going to stay, but some of it might. I always like a piano in a song like this. So why don't we play around with a piano and then maybe some strings, and then I reckon we're good with these virtual instruments, and then I can go and ponder it and play around and see what we reckon. So we'll come in here to a piano. The classical grand is actually the best sounding piano generally, even when you're not doing a classical. It's just got in my opinion, a little bit better tone. So with the piano, I'm thinking some stab chords to kind of go past here. If we come in here. Just turn the piano on.
Never one for going hard. Never had a fear of missing out. Never happy in a crowd.
All right. Maybe something like that, but maybe only in the second verse when we want this to start coming out. Let's try this.
Never had to see the light. Never had an urge for starting.
All right, let's come in here and hit the record on this one and have a play. Yeah, we kind of need like a more of a honk. You're right, Mark. We do need more of a honky tonk piano. We need piano, not piano. We need piano. Why don't we? I've been trying to keep this without using any fancy, expensive instruments, but I got to go some GarageBand, don't I? Yeah, I think we do. Let's jump on over to our external instruments, because if you're not familiar with GarageBand, it is my personal. There's a heap of great piano sounds, but my personal favorite is not GarageBand, Ravenscroft. Jeebus, the Ravenscroft piano, and we'll load this one up because this one has a preset that I've never used, but I've always kind of wanted to, which is this. Is it the old jazz that kind of sounds? No, it's more the. I thought they had like a honky-tonk kind of style piano in here. Definitely not that one. It could almost be... That's more like a harpsichord sound. Might have to make my own tone. We'll go with the old jazz for now. Needs probably a little bit more, less of that, a little bit more high end on this, I think, and that might give it more of that. Yeah, there we go. We'll go with a tone around about that for now. Good suggestion, Mark. And we can play around and change it up to... There are some GarageBand presets that have a honky-tonk style as well. Let's just bring in our recording and play along and just test some things out.
And I know I'm not the only one. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me home. Never had to see the light. Never had an urge for starting fights. Kinda happy on my own. And I know I'm surely not alone, 'cause I just don't have a plan. Please take me home.
Yeah, I'm not convinced with any of the additional instruments here. I think some of it might work, but I'm not sure that it's there. Which is fine. If you never know until you try it. And sometimes maybe a few of these things will survive as just little motifs, but yeah, I'm gonna have to ponder on that one on the piano. I'm hearing that doing the things on the piano, but maybe not. Let's grab some strings. Let's experiment here with a string sound, because originally early on, especially at the start there, I heard some like violin sound. So if we come in here to our strings, we can come in to, we'll go with a kind of romantic style here. And we can just change this down to just use the violins here. Yeah, we don't want the violin. See, this is the thing. We need more of a fiddle, don't we? We don't really want that violin, that classical violin kind of sound. Maybe a viola, because that's going to be sort of that lower timbre. Yeah. Isn't it weird when you start recording, and hopefully this happens to other folks, not just me, but what's in your head doesn't really translate sometimes to your fingers, and it won't quite work out for you. Don't worry about that. Don't stress. Just keep trying. Just keep pushing through. And sometimes you do a whole bunch of stuff and you'll be like, none of that worked. And then you go back to the drawing board and you try again. And that's the beauty part. Remember, we're writing these in our own studios. It doesn't cost you anything to try something. And if it doesn't work, that's cool too. You're fine. All right, let's just do our same sort of thing with these strings and just play along. Might even just be a pad.
Never one for going hard. Never had a fear of missing out. Never happy in a crowd. And I know I'm...
Yeah, the attack on that is just not enough. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to leave that for the time being. I'm going to just keep it simple here. And go back and make sure that we've got this bass sculpted out the way we want it, and listen into this organ sound and see what of this stays. And I think it'll be some, but not all. So let's bring our bass up here next to our other bass for starters, and let's see how these two complement each other with the drums, because that's something that needs to be in sync. So we've got our bass and our upright bass, and let's just play these along with our drums. Kind of like that. The kind of two-layered bass there over the different octaves, I think works well. So I'm just going to play this all the way through just to make sure we've got our bass solid and tight. And I like that the bass does a bum, 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 as opposed to please take me home. Because when you add it into the backing vocals that we've got in here, I think it's going to work well. Yeah. Let me know about those octaves. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Maybe it just needs to go bum, 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 bum. Like, maybe I'm trying to do something too fancy with the octaves there. Let me know, because we can easily convert those back to just solid notes on the upright. And then we're just going to lose the bass for this first part. Oh, why do I not have the bass doing its thing here? Oh, because you know what? There you go. See, these are the little things that you find. I hadn't trimmed that to the correct spot there, so we need that to keep going. That's cool. I like it. And then Jade's epic drums. Oh, I had a wrong note there. Ooh, boom, boom, boom. Right, let's come in here to the edit mode. Yes, it gets a little bit fiddly when you're starting doing this sort of thing, but it's worth it. It's worth it in the end. That's what I keep telling myself. Let's find that bung note. There it is. Boom, boom. There we go. Is that right? We hit a little extra note there, which didn't actually sound too bad. It went dunk. I'm going to leave that. I kind of like that little artifact. There you go. Bum, 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 home. All right, so I think we've got ourselves a pretty solid bass line. Did anything else work that great here from the keys? Maybe, maybe not. So what I'm going to do now is save out, because that's what we always do. And then going to jump back on in, and oh, my audio extensions quit. That's okay, we'll reload them. I don't think I even added anything in there, so Ravenscroft didn't work, even though I'm not even using it. Let's bring these this organ, because it's the only thing that kind of survived my cutting. And we'll bring this up the top here just so that we can see this next to our other instruments, and see if any of these little motifs that we brought in here with the organ work. And if you have ideas, if you're like, Johns, you should have done this, you should have done that, that's what the comment section is for. Please go and leave some comments, because we'll be back live this week to do more on this, to do the final arrangement, to do the final mixing, the mastering, and then finally the releasing. So let's listen through to this track in its current form and see how we go. The upright comes down a little bit, I think.
Never one for going hard. Never had a fear of missing out. Never happy in a crowd. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. I've done all that I can. Please take me home. Never had to see the lights. Never had an urge for starting fights. Kinda happy on my own. And I know I'm surely not alone, 'cause I just don't have a plan. Please take me home. I've had all
The organ in that little bit, that's definitely where I want it. I think that's where it works. Maybe not in all the other places, but I like it just being a little...
plan. Please take me home. I've had all I can stand. Please take me.
And then down here...
You'll awake and wonder what the time is. It's only 10 p.m. I'm a grown-ass man. Please take me home. I've had all I can stand. Please take me home.
So yeah, once I get these little parts right here at the end, I think those are going to have to come up in the mix a bit.
Please take me home. I've done all.
Yeah, but for the time being, not so special. So, yeah, was today a failure? You could call it that. Or you could say, we've worked out what's not going to go in this song, and we've tried some things that were in our head, and when I say we, I mean me, that aren't really going to translate to the track. So I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty happy with how things are going, and I'm now more assured that we don't need a whole lot more with this. We've got so much going on with the guitars. We've got literally 5 guitars in there. We've got the upright bass now. We're gonna layer this with so many backing vocals and that little cool banjo motif there that I think we're cool. I think overdoing it is going to kind of take away from what the song's already doing, and it's already kind of in the zone. So that is going to do it for this one. Yeah, hopefully at least you learnt that sometimes when you fail or you don't do things that work out well, it helps you. There's no micro failures equals macro success. So fail fast, fail often, and then and fail harder, as our friend Thomas Christ would say, and you will put yourself in a good position. And we are now in a good position to continue on with this song. So please join me for the live shows that are happening through the week. So huge thank you to my patrons who have been here enduring/watching this stream. And until next time, please be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, keep creating, and we'll see you around. Happy Songtember, everyone.